going on, YouTube? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some Monster Legends. I want to thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me today. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button to show your support. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright guys, today, starting, the order of operations is going to go a little different. First off, we need to go over here, and I just got one of these breeding points for Samargal, so I know it's going to be at least 6 hours before I can get another one. I don't want to wait that long, so I'm just going to gem him out for 2 gems so that we can collect our loot and start working toward getting Drek. So that's what we're going to do, right? Meow. Yay. Alright, now we got Drek going. I might as well just go ahead and claim that too. Alright, so now we're starting on Drek. We've got quite a bit to do, hatch some eggs, PvP fights, stuff like that. So we'll get into doing some of that, but now we need to collect all our loot and hope we get some of those gold coins. So let's do that. All this regrowing. There's +6, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, I think that is all the loot. We'll check in here. Now, there's some in there. Hot. Is there any in here? No, there's not. Okay. So, that puts us at, I think, 6 out of 66. Ooh, that's not a good number. Anyway, now, we're going to go over here and hatch one of these eggs. Do I have a place to put that guy, actually? I do not. And we're back. Anyway. Alright, so do we have a place to put that guy or not? We need to get rid of somebody. We'll probably just go ahead and extract one of these little pandakins. I need to get rid of them anyway. I don't need that many. So let's do that. One of those guys go in. Whoop. Goodbye, Pan. Alright. Let's go ahead and place this dude here and feed him up to 7. And hopefully that will get us chicken leg or 2 or 3 or 4. Come on, chicken legs. There was a chicken leg in there. Don't know how many, but there was at least one. Alright. Let's go ahead and sell you off now, because I don't need you. I'm going to collect this egg. And start that again. Let's check that. How many do we get? We got 3. That's not good. I can handle 3. Alright, so now we're going to do some PvP fights, but instead of like normal where I throw music behind it, we're going to talk today about the matchmaking system of Team Wars. Now, it's not going to be the most happy optimistic because obviously there's some problems with it, but I don't want it to be super negative either, so I'm going to try to do it in a very objective manner. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to check that out first, and then we're going to jump into these PvP battles. Alright, so as usual, if I have to search 30 minutes to find a player, I won't leave that in because that's boring to watch. I'll cut to when we find the match, and then these will just play around in the background as we talk about our thing. So let's go. Alright guys, so Team Wars talk, we're going to go through it in 3 stages. First, what's the problem? Second, we're going to compare it to some like other games in the genre and games outside the genre. And then third, we're going to go with the solution, which is actually not that tough. The solution's pretty easy. Anyway, we're going to get right into it. The main problem here is that Social Point listened to the top teams in the wars about wars taking too long to find. It was too big of a deal to search long for an even matchup. They didn't like it, so they complained and Social Point listened. This is the problem, okay? In games like this, it's more important to have an accurate matchup than a fast matchup. So to make that comparison, we're going to talk about, I'm sure everybody here's at least heard of, you've probably seen it, Call of Duty, Halo, Destiny, online shooters, games like that. Well, in those games, it's far more important to have a fast matchup than an even matchup, because that's just kind of the nature of the game. When you find a match, you get, 5-10 minutes of game time, and then you're finding another match. So it's more important to get a fast match than to get an even one, because if you get an uneven matchup, the game just goes faster and you lose quicker or you win faster. Not really a big deal. In games like Clash of Clans, or like this, where there's multi-day war events, it's much, 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 much more important that the accuracy of the match is more important than the speed of the match. Because it doesn't matter if I get a match in 30 seconds if I have 2 days of an uneven matchup. You get what I'm saying there? It's more important that it's an accurate matching because you have a longer period of time you're dealing with the matchup. So That's where Social Point messed up, is they tried to go to really quick matchups instead of accurate matchups, and it's really hurt their game at this time. Now, the solution actually isn't that tough, and that's where a lot of people like think, oh, this is not really a good way to fix it. It's an easy way to fix it, and a lot of games have already fixed it, because this comes up in pretty much every game like this. What you do is you have varying parameters for war searches. What that means is when you start the war search right now, it throws you into a giant pool of people from which you can get a war. So it has all kinds of different team score ranges you can get right when you start the search. That's a problem. Instead, what it needs to do, for this example, we're going to run a team with like 50,000 team score. We'll say that's the team score. When they start the search, it doesn't throw them into a giant pool. Instead, it will throw them into a pool of players, teams from 45,000 team score to 55,000 team score. So it's a very narrow bracket. Now, after say 10 minutes, there's no war found in that range, then the parameters relax. So say another 5,000 each direction. So now it would be from 40,000 team score to 60,000 team score. So the matches get a little more uneven the longer the search runs, but it's a good thing because it allows the people who are running the team search to kind of, tweak what kind of war they're going to find. So if you really want an accurate matchup, you could constantly restart your war search every 10 minutes so that you get a close match. If you don't really care what your matchup is, you just let it run and get whatever you get. So that's kind of the way to fix it. I know it's easy to say, and it's not nearly as easy to code and implement that, so I understand, like, it's a simple idea, but it's not simple to execute because there's a lot of different things that go on there, like the different brackets. You know, a 5,000 team team score difference at 50,000 team score is too small of a difference if you're talking about someone with, 200,000 team score. The 5,000 is not going to be a big enough bracket, so it's got to change depending on where you are in the hierarchy of team ranking. So it's not super easy to implement, but it is the most effective way to fix the problem. Alright guys, well, we managed to get 2 of them. I don't know why that one didn't count, but it didn't. That's alright. Anyway, that's going to be today's video. I hope it wasn't too negative, because I didn't want it to be that way. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos, don't forget to leave those in the down there, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button to show your support, and I will see you guys next time.